Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally going to set up my new bullet journal. I'm really excited. I'm gonna use this beautiful dark green Archer and Olive A5 dotted notebook, and I'm really excited. I bought it last year after I already bought my Amanda Rachel dotted notebook because Archer and Olive had a huge sale, so I bought two notebooks, and one of which I can finally use now. I had to wait for pretty long, but yeah, I'm really excited. So I started off with writing my name and then gluing the first two pages together because they don't really open all the way, so it's a little annoying. And then I made the cover page, sort of. I have everything out already, as you can see. I don't really know how to call this theme, but I basically wanted to include my gold watercolors, which are just so pretty. So I first made a cute little painting of a branch with some red berries and a bird on it, and then the numbers of the year I made with the gold watercolors, and I think it looks really, really nice together. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add anything at the top. It was a little empty looking, but I also didn't want to overwork it, so I just left it empty, and I don't know, I think it looks okay. I regret not using my detail brush for the little details in the bird, but I was just, I don't know, but once I'm using a certain brush, I just find it hard to let go of that one. I just want to paint everything with that brush, and yeah, it was a little tricky sometimes, but I still like how it turned out. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I should next time use the detail brush, because it would have been easier to make the feathers and everything. And now it's time for the leaves. I forgot what this plant is called. I stumbled upon it when I was walking my dog. It's very pretty. I think it's a very nice wintry bush, but it has these very nice red berries, which I don't know if you can eat them. I didn't try, but I thought it was perfect for this theme. I don't know, I've been feeling really inspired by the wintry environment around me. Everything just looks very pretty. There have been some really cold days, but recently the past few days, it's getting a lot hotter again, which is, I don't know, it's nice, but also not nice, because, I mean, the cold, it was really cold, but it also looked really beautiful. Everything was just covered in a layer of frost, which looked really nice, which again inspired me a lot. But like I said, the cold was just not very comfortable to live in. So I'm in a way glad that it's no longer freezing cold, although I was sort of hoping for a white Christmas, but I don't think that's happening this year. I don't think I have ever really experienced a white Christmas. My parents say that I have, but I don't really remember it. It's kind of sad, but it just doesn't really get very cold where I live. Kind of sad, because I do like snow, but I don't know, it's cold, you know, it's a bit uncomfortable. Anyway, that was the cover page. I think it looks really, really nice. And to continue the gold color palette, I again used the gold watercolors for the future log / yearly overview. I don't really use this very much. I only use it for like birthdays and very important dates. But mostly I just like having a visual overview of the whole year. And when I'm setting up a new month in my bullet journal, I like to look at the calendar to see on what day it starts, so I don't make any mistakes. At the bottom I had some space to make a little drawing. I honestly don't like how it turned out very much. At the top I put some washi tape. Now I'm writing out each month with my Tombow Fudenosuke. Yeah, so at the bottom, I don't know, I just made these branches, sort of going with the theme from the cover page, but I just don't really like how it turned out. It's just a little bit messy and it's not that special. I sort of wanted to make it look as if it was mirrored, like the left page was mirrored to the right one. It didn't fully succeed, but I do think it sort of looks like that. So I colored in the background of the branches dark gray, which, I don't know, it like I said, it just looks a little bit messy. But it does go with the color scheme, I guess. And I forgot to write 2023 in that little box, but I did add it in later, but I forgot to film that. And then the insanely boring task of writing out each day of the month for the whole year, I sped it up for you. And then the next page is going to be my period tracker and my YouTube IDs spread. So I again used the gold watercolor, just like as a backdrop for the title. I messed up. My finger was getting in the way of the line, so now there's a little bump. It's really ugly, but it does happen sometimes. So for my YouTube IDs spread, this is something new, by the way. I've never really done this, but I just wanted to have a page where I could write out, you know, ideas that I wanted to do for videos for YouTube. And so will write down an idea, and then on the left I will put a month in which I want to make that video. And the next spread is a reading log. I sort of included this in my previous journal, but I did it a little differently. I made like a to be read spread at the front and then a reading log at the back. And now I'm just combining the two. I don't really read a lot of books, so two pages is enough for me. So on the left, I'm just gonna track which days of the year I read and then which book I'm reading, and then I can just see how long it takes me to finish a book. It's pretty interesting for me to see. And then on the right I will track which books I've read and how I rated them, and at the bottom a TBR spread, which is a to be read spread, so books that I want to read. And then the final flip through of my 2023 setup, I really like it. I really like the gold that I used. I am gonna set up my January setup as well after this, so don't leave yet, please. Yeah, it's very simple, but I wanted to, keep it pretty simple. And then now for my January setup, I also kept it pretty simple. I stuck in a piece of brown paper, and I wanted to make a drawing of a pine cone on it. They're not too difficult to draw. I did use a reference for it, and I used my Tombow Fudenosuke, what's it called, brush pen or something, to draw. I really like using this to draw. You can make really fine lines, but also pretty thick lines, which is really nice. When drawing a pine cone, you just make sure that the center part of it is pretty dark, and the little seeds or whatever those things are called that stick out are lighter, of course. And now I'm just drawing the branch with all the little pointy leaves, which is really easy and also really fun to draw. You just draw them in different sort of directions, overlapping each other and going underneath each other. And then I wrote out the title with a red marker, which you can't see because my head is completely blocking it. And I really like the red together with the beige colored paper. So I used this color scheme throughout the rest of the setup. So on the left I just made a small calendar. I figured I wouldn't really need a big 2-page spread calendar. So I just made a pretty small one. So I messed up a little bit. I didn't add enough days, which is better than adding too many days. I've done that in the past. So it was a pretty easy thing to fix, but I did feel pretty stupid. And to finish it off, I just added some washi tape in the sort of same beigey color scheme, and I think it looks really nice together. And also I added a little sticker just to finish it off, and I think everything's really cute in the cover page. And then on to the next spread, which is going to be a very simple spread, just my expense tracker on the left and a notes section on the right. It's really, really simple, but I actually really like it. I'm not typically a minimalistic person, but I don't know, sometimes it's nice to make stuff really simple. It was also just really quick to set up. So I used an Archon Olive acrylograph pen. It's a sort of paint marker and the color red. You can basically use any red marker or pen to make this, I guess. I just like using that one. And just to add a little bit more color, I added some washi tapes, and I think it looks really, really cute. And on to the next page, which is going to be my 1 line a day spread. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just write 1 line every day for the whole month. I don't really do this every month of the year. It's a little bit tiring to do that. But every few months or so, I'll just make one of these spreads, and it's really fun to read back on what I did every day of that month. So again, to go with the color scheme, I just use a red marker to fill up the space at the top. And then I wanted to add a drawing of a pine branch. Was too lazy to draw a whole pine cone, so I just only drew the branch with the leaves, and I think it looks really nice. The branch is really easy to draw actually, and also really fun. And again, to finish it off, I just used this brown beige color washi tape, and then it's time for the next spread, which is going to be my first two weekly spreads. I just decided to do one-page weekly spreads for this month. I don't think it'll be a particularly busy month, so just, yeah, one page for each week is fine for me. I again use a red marker to go with the color palette, and I don't know, I just really like how it looks. It's all so simple, and yet just using one color really makes everything pop. And on the right side, I did a sort of different setup or different layout for the week. Instead of my vertical boxes, I now made horizontal boxes, which is a little different for me, but I don't know, I just want to try something new. And in the top left corner there was an empty space, so I wanted to fill that up with another drawing of a pine cone, again using the same pen. And then on the right, again, I just added some washi tape just to finish off the spread. And then it's time for the last two weekly spreads. I basically did the same two layouts, but mirrored. And I just used a few different colors. And yeah, again, it's very simple, but I really like it. Here I added a drawing of a bird. I think it looks okay. It's a little bit lopsided, but I didn't notice until after I was finished. But I still like it. I think it looks cute with the rest of the theme. And this is the final flip through of my January setup. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really simple and clean and just perfect for the new year. I hope you liked it too. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye!